Okay, 126 today, and it's 2011 naturally. The time is 11:38 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. What we're doing is we're going to go over with all of the MMTs, the new MMTs, and a brand new MMT, learning to work the platform. Mr. Mayo made a trade early in the morning. This was the opening bell, and Apple started to take off. And he's going to tell us where he got in and what was happening. Okay, so Mr. Mayo, I'll point as you tell me what bar you've gotten in. Okay?
On that bar you're pointing at with the triple diamond,
Okay.
we had an intraday range breakout along with the ratio. It was making new ratio highs right there, and when it broke that teeny line on that strength, along with the NASDAQ 100 making strength at the same exact time, I made an entry at 343.09, and the equity kept moving up.
That would
And when
be
it
right
came up,
here or somewhere right in here.
right,
Okay. All
when it
right.
came up and touched the 344.38 area, and it stalled a little bit right there. You go to the second red bar down with the triple diamond. That bar did not close below the half bar of that
Okay.
previous five diamonds there.
Okay.
So that kept me in the trade. And then
Okay.
on the next breakout bar, that's where I started moving my stops up. And I
Okay.
continued to move. Every time I broke above another bar, I would bring my stops up a few pennies below the previous bar's half
Oh,
until I got
nice.
right to the top. And when I got to the top and it broke, laid over with that red candle,
Right here.
I had just put my stop in a couple of cents below the previous
This
top
this
half
this
no,
half bar right here is what you're talking about.
yeah.
Okay, and
And
that's the one in the info panel. 344.92 is the price.
right.
Okay,
And
where
I
was it?
had gone in a few pennies below that at 344.88,
Oh,
and next
nice.
on the next wick down it took me out.
Whoa! It dropped. Yeah, it did.
But
It
at the
dropped
same time,
three
my
teenies down,
ratio,
right to the teeny line. From
my current trend ratio was dropping, and my intraday range was dropping at the same time, and the Nasdaq had already started to weaken, so I knew that I was good at that point. But it was still strong enough for me not to go short at that moment, because I
yes,
wasn't.
because of that big bounce. That's a three teeny bounce off of the low
Right.
at 43 cents a teeny. So what happened is it went three teenies down. You got stopped before it dropped, which was excellent, and then it bounces right back and it goes right back into its downtrend until it comes back here and right about where you were buying almost, and this teeny everything was elevated and we had another breakouts, but that was in perfect way to calibrate the markets with the NASDAQ 100. You can also cross reference, have the TQQQ bull going, and you can see when you're going to trade Apple exactly how he got in. Mr. Mayo, what was your you made all of your decisions, and where did you make them from? You had your
I made them.
gauges in your platform, you understand
Yes.
your info row panel, you've got your alerts. Does it work, Mr. Mayo?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
I wouldn't have been able to make that trade without it.
and this is very true. Because you see, the gauges that he was trading, he was getting a trend ratio breakout at that time until it finally hit right here. That hit 0.59 on the high for him, and then look at it now. It's only 0.5 in here, but the low was 0.1, and your IR right now is throttling over here in your gauge. Look at that thing. You want that thing to highline RPM when you're long, and you want to hit that needle right down in here. Then that thing will come up and break these teeny highs. These are the teeny highs here all day, it seems like, Mr. Mayo, that every
Yep.
time it went up there, it just slides the bid. Now what's going to be ironic is what's going to happen here in the brain. You can't break those highs, right, Mr. Mayo, unless you
No.
burn toward 95 to 100 here, right?
Right.
And you got to, because otherwise you're just not going to go higher, and you're going to have to break that 0.59 ratio high.
Right.
You have to go up there and go higher. If you don't break up right there, Mr. Mayo, to that ratio high, then we can't go above that teeny line, can we?
No.
Explain to the other new MMTs.
Well, as far as the two things that Mario just pointed out to you, you will not make a new high above that unless you have both the trend ratio, a new trend ratio high, and you have full throttle on that intraday range. And it actually has to break through that teeny that it's been touching all day long
And
with that strength.
and what do
And
you
I
want to see
would
here?
probably, at that level, I would wait for a closing bar above that teeny line to confirm it. And on the next bar, I'd probably make an entry a little bit below that market price. I'd sit there, probably get hit, and
Okay, but you have to stay elevated here. You got to go north of, you got to close above all of these half bars is what you would like to see. And you'd like
right,
to see this just shoot up real fast. If it falls weak, you know you're coming down to the teeny line again. And another thing is 0.48 is not breaking above toward 0.59. So we can't go, we need to stay above 50 here. Okay? Is that true, Mr. Mayo? See those?
yes,
Right. So if that's got to go and stay above at least that, and then go up there and go close above 0.59. If you did that, you'd put in an all-time intraday closing bell high, wouldn't you?
yes, I would.
And there's 50. And you want to stay. See, you want that price to comfort you at that level. And if it drops, it doesn't. See how it's squiggling and wiggling here? But
Yeah,
see, and you're right there. And you're right there, and you're right everywhere it needs to be. That bid and ask is 79 by 80 pennies. Let's take a look at this jerk bar at 344.67 on any drop down wicks, just like they did to the teeny line, bouncing strong and vigorously. So this teeny right here is worth 43 cents from here to there. And we're up toward the high of that teeny line, but you got to break north of 85 here. That's that gauge. You got to get that needle down here. Okay? And you'll go above that teeny line. But you're not above 85. Right, Mr. Mayo? Not yet, you're not.
that's right.
And
Not yet.
And it's going to put in all kinds of diamonds on it because that shows it's strong, right?
We're starting to see a little more strength in the NASDAQ 100 here, so we'll see if we can break through.
Oh, that would be nice. You're at 85 here. Now, 0.51. Let's go break that 0.59 high. 0.52, and I'm ticking up above the teeny line. 0.51, break me higher. That's why we could go through there, right, Mr. Mayo?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Whoa, look at that.
There you
That
go.
thing went popping to 5.5. I'm about to break out. 5.4. Look at that. Price
Yep.
action working so nicely. Look how it went right up, and he slid the bid right there, but he's coming back. And what you want to see, Mr. Mayo, is you want to see that thing go pop above there now, and you got to get up in that 95, 98, 90 to get up to that teeny to race up there. But remember, both times when you hit that teeny line up there, it's going to take a lot to get it through there. So as you go up there, and if you fail, you'd be selling, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Now, you had a nice pop on the NAS 100. Now it's starting to back down a little, so it's weakening a little.
Oh. Oh, look at that. He's stretching that right up to, there he is, 91, 92. 0.55. Can I break 5.9? Brian Plain. Can I break 0.59 on the breakout action bar? Bam. Take out that teeny line. There it is, live in action. This is a special MMT video with Mr. Mayo's participation on showing how he got his first entry. And then it's just ironic that we came in and just traded this 3, 6, 9, 12, rising 15, and each bar has been getting above that last bar. This half bar right here, I've got, what do you guys got? I've got 344.96. And that's what you want to see. And we're coming up to that major teeny line, and this is all live right now. And you can see that bid and ask over here just cooking right there. You can see the high. He's almost going to break the intraday high, but it doesn't matter. You're not doing it unless that ratio's got to get back up toward 0.55. Otherwise, we'll slide that bid there now. You don't want to see this go down now, do you, Mr. Mayo?
No, and the
Below
the 100 starting to back down a little bit, so it might slide here.
All
there
right.
you go.
See, it will hold half a bar if you're up toward 0.55, but if you're not, forget about it. It's going to get, it's just, you got to stay elevated there. And this 88 it's got to get back above 95 to get above that teeny line, doesn't it, Mr. Mayo?
Yes, sure does.
Well, we'll take the gains until it proves otherwise. So you're back to 90 here. You're at 54, but you got to go above 55. We got to break that high and sell into that high, right, Mr. Mayo?
Yes, sir.
All right. And we didn't close below what? We did not.
We haven't closed below that half
and
bar
that's
yet.
96 pennies. And look at the bid and ask. We're we're right there at that half bar in that panel. It's not closed below it, but if it does, so what? We already got a good profit, and he can ring the cash register as he will. So, bam, he's out. That's it.
There you go.
You're 10 pennies below it, and that's the exit.
That's it.
Welcome to the best Apple 369. Never closed below the bar. Took out up here at the top of the move. And thank you, Mr. Mayo.
Thank you.